Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. There behind the glass stands a real blade of grass. Be careful as you pass. Move along, move along. Come inside.
Hello and welcome to Real Do It Yourself Build. This is the first of a series of videos where we're going to show you step by step how we built a brick extension, myself and my son. We've got no experience, we're not builders. All we did was we did the research and then we took it very, very slowly, very, very steadily. We got building approval, we got our foundations dug, we got our brickwork done, and we went all the way through the process. And we're going to show you step by step how you can do that yourself. Okay, so the project, in essence, we've got a property which has got a utility room at the back and then a kitchen. So the kitchen is there and there's a utility there with a door leading out, and there's a garage in the back garden which is there. And in essence, we're going to build an extension which connects the garage to the utility, and then we're going to widen this out so that we in effect end up with a large extension on the end of the kitchen. And that's the plan. Right, so the wall is going to extend down from here, and we're going to come along to this corner here to about there, and then we're going to come right across to the house where it will connect onto there, and that will be the kitchen extension. So this looks quite straightforward, coming from the end of the garage, the corner of the garage down, but we do have a drain just there, so we're aware that the other side of our foundation, or running alongside our foundation, we might have a drain, so we'll be watching out for that. Then when we come across to the other side here of the garage, we're going to dig a foundation down there, and it's going to come across to the corner of the house there, and we're going to build our door into the back garden just there. But again, we've got solid concrete down there, so we're going to have to break the concrete up so that we can get access to dig our foundation. We've also got concrete straight across the front of the garage, which we're going to have to break up, and we've got concrete at the side of our drain which comes out the side of the house. Now the wall is going to be just there, so we're aware that there may be a drain underneath and we might have to bridge over that. How we're going to deal with the garage is, once the walls are done, we're going to put a stud wall with a door through into what will then be our games room. Yeah, so we're breaking up the concrete. We've got concrete straight down the middle. We've got a little bit of concrete at the edge there. We're using this Titan demolisher. It's the screw fixed one. So we've cleared all of the concrete, cleared all of the flagstones, and we're down to soil. And so what we've done is we've come to the outside edges and we've marked out on the floor where the foundation, the outside of the foundation is going to be, and we're going to have to drop the inside of inside of this marking so that we can get to proper floor level to match the existing kitchen. We've got ourselves a digger which is going to help us with the work, and we're ready to go, so let's get digging. We hired the micro digger from Hirebase, and it came with 3 different size buckets. We used the widest one to scrape the top of the surface so that we could get a nice flat start point to do the foundation. And then we used the narrowest bucket to dig down to depth. We were intending to finish the sides and the bottom of the foundation with a spade so that we could get it nice and sharp and crisp. So we finished this one off, at 650 millimeters wide, and we went down to 800 millimeters deep. And the reason for this is once we poured the concrete, we wanted to be 450 millimeters below damp-proof course, and I'll explain that later. We then lowered the inside of the foundations because we need to lower to get low enough so that we can put our insulation and our floor, our concrete floor in order to get up to ground floor level, or finished floor level. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later too. While we were digging the second foundation, we did break a drain. Despite the fact that we knew there might be one there, we just heard a crunch and we'd gone through it. So the way we dealt with that was we dug the foundation a little wider at that point, as you can see, and we exposed the ends of the drain, and luckily we got to a flange where we could connect a piece of pipe in. So we bought a piece of pipe, we cut it to length, and at one end of the pipe we put a sleeve which you can buy from Wickes, you can buy it from anywhere, and at the other end of the pipe just happened to fit into the flange that the original clay pipe had been in. So all we did was we located that into the flange, and we used construction adhesive to firmly secure that in place.
Okay, this is day 2 of the dig, the foundations. We're down to level there, and it's nice sandy soil, so it should be a good foundation. We had the drain to replace there yesterday after breaking it with the digger, but that's all in. I'll talk you through that one later. Yeah, so all we have to do now is finish this last little bit here, and we're ready for the building inspector. We'll have to shutter off and bridge over the drain, but I'll show you how we do that later.
We finished this last bit off by hand, and then we were digging this to 650 millimeters wide, and the reason for that was that our wall cavity is going to be 150 millimeters wide, which means the wall itself is going to be 350, and the regulations state that the concrete needs at least 150 millimeters either side of the wall, so that comes to 650 millimeters.
Okay, so all the foundations are dug now, and here's the drain that I was talking about earlier. We've shuttered that so you can see that concrete will be poured on this side and concrete will be poured on that side, and then we'll put a lintel over the top and we'll bridge over that pipe, so that'll be safe. You can see the original foundation of the house there above the yellow mark. It's probably 150 mil, maybe 200 mil tops, that original foundation, and it's only probably 18 inches below the ground, so we're much deeper than the original foundations, but this is what the building officers asked for, so it's what we're doing, and that's all of the foundations done. So we'll just wait for building officer's approval, which he's going to do tomorrow morning. He's going to come and have a look at it, and if there's any remedial work he'll let us know then, and then after that we'll fill it with concrete, or put the concrete up to the yellow marks that you can see, and once we've done that, we're ready for the next stage.
So from Tez lifting the very first flagstone up till the foundations being completely finished has taken us 2 days. The building officer was here this morning. He's very happy with what we've done. He's happy with the way we've dealt with the drain, and his advice was get the concrete in as quick as you can. So we've contacted a local company, Chub Mix. They're local to Lincolnshire, and they're coming out this afternoon, and we're ready to get going.
What's this messy bit here? I've got the heaviest one. Make no mistakes.
So Chub Mix have come, they brought all the concrete, they've helped us, one of the lads has helped us tip the barrows, all the concrete's in. So the footings are done and we're ready to start with building up to the damp proof course. Building inspector was here this morning and the building inspector has said everything was good, the foundations were good, and he next wants to see us when we're up to the damp proof course and we're ready to put the floor in. So the last thing to do is to show you really what we did about the drain, and to remove the shutters, they were firmly fixed in, so the way we had to do that was we cut through the two bracing bits and pulled them out the way, and then after we'd done that we were able to just knock loose the bits of OSB. They were quite tight in. Once we'd got the OSB out, we then needed to support the drain, because obviously it's just floating above the ground below it. And the way we did that was we got a couple of bags of pea shingle, and we poured one bag in, and then we firmly pushed it underneath the drain so it would support the drain. And then the next thing was, or the next part was, we poured another bag on top, and as you can see then the whole drain is now surrounded by shingle, so it's well supported all round. After that we just backfilled with the soil that we dug out until it was level with the foundation, and then we were ready to build straight across. In our next video we'll show you how we built up to damp proof course, and this includes putting the lintels across the drain, making our first mix of mortar, which is quite interesting, putting in 6 rows of bricks, 2 rows of blocks. Neither of us have done bricklaying before, but that was quite interesting, and we'll show you how we got there. Please subscribe and like, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.